I'm John Kishiedu. Let's do some math. In this video, I want to look at the zero exponent rule. Let's look at some powers of 2. 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 16. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, or 8. But you can get 8 from 16 by dividing it by 2. Similarly, 2 squared is 4, which you can get from 8 by dividing that by 2. 2 to the first is equal to 2, which you can get from 4 by dividing that by 2. If you divide 2 by 2, you get 1. Let's extend by looking at some of the negative exponent rules, which we're going to be looking at next. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2, or 1 over 2 to the first. If we divide that by 2, we get 1 over 2 times 2, or 1 over 2 squared. Now let's look at some powers of 5. 5 to the 4th is equal to 625. If we look at 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5, but you can get that from 625 by dividing that by 5. 5 squared is 25, which you can get from this by dividing that by 5. Divide 5 to the first is 5, which you can get from 25 by dividing that by 5. If you divide 5 by 5, you get 1. So 5 to the 0 is equal to 1. Extending again, by looking at negative exponents, we have 1 divided by 5 is 1/5, or 1 over 5 to the first. And 5 to the negative 2 is equal to 1 over 5 times 5, or 1 over 5 squared. Now let's generalize this a little bit by looking at powers of x. X to the 4th is equal to x times x times x times x. Now, if we divide this by x, we can cancel one x, and what's left? X to the 3rd. Okay? But if we use the quotient rule, x to the 4th minus 1, because x is x to the 1st, x to the 4th minus 1 is x to the 3rd. So we're dividing x to the 4th by x, we get x to the 3rd. If we divide x to the 3rd by x, or x to the 1st, we get x to the 3rd minus 1, which is x squared. If we divide x squared by x, using the quotient rule again, we get x squared minus 1, which is x to the 1st. If we divide x to the 1st by x, using the quotient rule again, we get x to the 1 minus 1. This is x to the 0. But x divided by x is equal to 1. So we get x to the 0 is equal to 1. All right, let's look at some powers of 0. Zero cubed is equal to 0 times 0 times 0, which is 0. 0 squared is 0 times 0, which is also equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. Now, no matter what the power of 0 is, provided that it's not equal to 0, it's going to be 0. 0 divided by 0 is an unknown. This is an unknown number, so division by 0 is not allowed. It's not a process that's legal in the mathematical sense. So when we talked about x to the 1 minus 1 or x to the n minus n, all of these are equal to x to the 0, and they're equal to 1 except if x is equal to 0. All of this is not a proof that x to the 0 is equal to 1. It's what's called a plausibility argument. Okay, so what does all of this mean? It means that expressions such as negative 10 to the 0, that's equal to 1. Negative 7x plus 5 raised to the 0, That's equal to 1. 1 over 10 to the third. Raise that to the 0. All of that's equal to 1. Now, all of this is working. It all works, provided that x is never equal to 0. Now, all of this is covered and more in the Pre-Algebra workbook series that's linked to in the description. Thank you for watching.